Hare Krishna, my dear Prabhus and Matajis. Good morning. If you could hear me and see me, please isang like naman dyan. Hello, hello. Hare Krishna. Hi kay Chantal, Hare Krishna. Charles, Hare Krishna. Mervin, Hare Krishna. Dave, Hare Krishna. Raul, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Kaiser, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Pat, hi, Hare Krishna. Pascual, Hare Krishna. Jonah Mataji, Hare Krishna. Ali, Hare Krishna. Ken, KD, Hare Krishna. Ben, Hare Krishna. And others will for sure catch up. Yan. So, if you have read the title sa ating group chat, medyo trippy yung topic natin ngayon. Favorite to ng mga artistic friends natin. As well as we would understand what's happening ngayon, bakit nangyari in the past, and ano yung mangyayari in the future. So if you're ready, let's first of all pay our obeisances and respects sa ating mga spiritual teachers by chanting the invocation mantras. Om Agyanatimirandasya Jananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine Namaste Sarasvati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvya Evacha Patitanam Pavanevyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Everyone, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Mga hindi ko pa nabata. Hello, hello. Hi, Riza. So, quick recap sa ating favorite na chapter. We discuss about the 10th chapter ng Bhagavad Gita. Ng acronym natin is C. So letter S is the source of everything. He is the source of the material world and all the spiritual world. Krishna is the source of all of them, even all the demigods, all the planets, all the elements, and even all the souls. We are part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then we have letter E, the first E, the essence of Bhagavad Gita. There is um, four verses na kinondense lahat doon, yung pwede natin matutunan sa whole scriptures, the whole Vedas. First of all, yes, si Krishna yung source of everything, spiritual and material. Ayun yung relationship natin sa Kanya. Siya talaga yung source ng lahat. Then, how to build that relationship? What is the process? Sambandha Abhideya Prayojana. What is the Abhideya or the process to attain that? To become a pure devotee, Ananya Bhakta, a pure devotee. Our love for Krishna will be selfless, pure love. Sabi nga ni Krishna, the thoughts of my devotee always dwells in me. Laging nasa isip niya yung mga pure devotees niya. Kasi, lagi din nasa puso at sa isip ng devotee si Krishna. Whatever they do. Not just living in a temple, even fighting in a war just like Arjuna. Or even teaching yoga. Or even teaching kids. Even doing business. If one have Krishna within, and lagi siyang Krishna conscious, si Krishna lagi ring iniisip yung devotee na yun. The thoughts of my devotees always dwells in me. Then, ano sabi ni Krishna sa Tatam Kirtayan Tomam? If one loves him, serves him with love and devotion, even illiterate siya, katulad ng Brahmana, yung priest, kahit di siya marunong magbasa sa magsulat, pero with love and devotion yung service niya, si Krishna would give the understanding. Even mga scholars would try to study Bhagavad Gita, to study Krishna. They're trying actually. But they could build towers and towers para lang umakyat ng langit. With that, I think meron din sa Bible na ganung story. Sa ibang cultures may ganun din. Pero they would fail. We cannot understand the Supreme with our frag in the well mentality. Iniisip natin, kino-compare natin with our own experiences, with our limited senses. The language to understand Krishna is love. Then Krishna will give the understanding. Ganun yung mercy ni Krishna. And sabi niya, anong result? As a lamp will destroy the darkness. Si Krishna, yung lahat ng meron tayo sa hearts natin, He will cleanse it. Lahat ng unwanted desire, unwanted baggages, even sinful reactions, tatanggalin ni Krishna yun. Kasi He just wanted for us to be closer and closer to Him. Pero He helps us also na maging ma-purify or maging pure devotee niya. So sometimes yung mga desire natin lumalabas habang nagka-chant. Marado siya rin. Ba't ganun? Pag nagka-chant ako, ang daming mga, alam mo yun, na-suppress ko na feelings lumalabas. Yung mga memories ko na suppress na lumalabas. Kasi emotion naglalaro. May roller coaster ride ng mga emotions. Well, it just means na effective yung chanting. So it was, the heart is being cleansed. Ano kailangan gawin? Just let it pass. So para naglilinis lang ng stock room. Habang naglilinis ka, aatsingin ka. Kasi yung mga dust, yung mga alikabok, pupunta sa air. Same siya. Habang naglilinis tayo ng heart, parang napapansin natin, dumadaan, naalala natin. Let it pass. Because it's past na yun. And Krishna is everywhere. Laging sinasabi ni Krishna to in different forms. And inulit niya to, you can see Krishna everywhere. Mostly, you can see Him through hearing. But still, if you see Krishna, if you have an equal vision of the living entities, andun din si Krishna. Lahat ng mga bagay, even non-living entities, is energy ni Krishna. Pero we don't want to worship money, kahit si Krishna yon as his energy. We want to go directly to Krishna because we don't want the long path. We want the express elevator. So that is C. So welcome sa ating 10.1 session. 2 chapters tayo ngayon. Mabilis na mabilis to. Kasi pinag-uusapan natin yung time. Chapter 11, the universal form. Ang ating acronym is Rupa. This is a Sanskrit word, just means form. Si Krishna, he has his Visvarupa, which is the universal form. And marami siyang form. May original form din siya. And we will understand kasi si Arjuna have a lot of questions. Convinced na si Arjuna, bumalik na yung knowledge niya. He's a pure devotee, si Arjuna, pero because of Krishna's arrangements, kailangan siya mabewildered. So he could ask these questions and we will all benefit be benefited. So si Krishna, after ng chapter 10, na-convince na niya si Arjuna. Ano pa ba kailangan niyang i-argue? Pero, for the sake na, um, ito yun. For the sake ng mga factors na to, Arjuna requested kay Arjuna. Baliktad. Arjuna requested kay Krishna na makita niya yung universal form. Sabi mo, you're everywhere. Binanggit mo na ilang beses. Um, ikaw rin yung creator ng material world, spiritual world. Ikaw rin yung lords of all the demigods and planets. Eh, anong form mo? Paano nagkakasya dyan sa form mo na yun? I want to see it. Full faith si Arjuna kay Krishna with all love. Pero ano yung reason bakit siya nag-request to see this universal form? This is the four factors. Bakit siya nag-request ng universal form? To establish Krishna's divinity for all, to convince others. Kasi number three, sobrang importante. Ang dami magiging imposters. Punta ka sa Quiapo, ang dami magasabi si Jesus Christ sila. So, Quiapo lang eh. Pero pag pumunta ka sa India, ang daming dong self-proclaimed incarnation ni Krishna. Yung iba doon sikat, tapos iba doon pupunta rin sa America or sa ibang Western countries. Ang dami nilang followers or magiging viral sila. Propagating na sila yung incarnation ni Krishna or ni Lord Chaitanya or ni Vishnu. Pero si Krishna mismo, nag-build ng system by the of Arjuna. Paano malaman kung incarnation nga ba ni Krishna yun? Kasi even time na to, marami nagkapanggap na incarnations nila. Because they want the power, the attention, the worship. That's the nature of human beings. They want to be on top. Competitiveness nila. Yung false ego nila sobrang taas. So to avoid the imposters, ito yun. So pag may nagsabi sa inyo na God sila, tanong mo sa kanila, saan yung universal form mo? Pakita mo sa akin. So may basihan. Si Krishna mismo, gano'n ka systematize yung Vedas and si Krishna. Yeah, so that in the future, people can understand that Krishna not only theoretically or philosophically, but actually presented himself as such to Arjuna. So pinakita niya talaga. So anong itsura ng universal form na yan? Ready na ba kayo? Ano itsura ni Krishna? In his full form. This is Krishna's universal form. Again, this is so unlimited. And it will not just give justice na ma-paint mo lang siya sa isang portrait size na picture. Babalik-balikin natin tong image na to. So, kung natatandaan nyo, merong bulag sa first part, si Dhritarashtra. And yung kausap niya si Sanjay, siya yung nakakita ng vision kung ano nangyayari sa battlefield. Hindi pa rin nagsisimula yung gera na ito, nasa gitna pa rin sila. Nag-uusap pa rin sila between the two armies. Pinag-usapan nila yung Krishna consciousness. Hindi lahat ng mga tao sa war nakita tong universal form ni Krishna. Those who have the spiritual eye. Paano mo makukuha yun? Kay Krishna galing. Binigyan niya si Arjuna to see this. Si Sanjay also could see this. He could explain it to Dhritarashtra. Naroon sila sa kingdom. And others, wala silang alam. Yung mga tao sa war na to. So there are descriptions kung ano yung universal form na to. Yan. First, sinabi ni Krishna kung ano yung papakita niya kay Arjuna. This is my universal form. See my opulence, hundreds and thousands of varied divine and multicolored forms. So what we have now in our color palette sa material eye na nakikita natin is very limited. Napakita niya unlimited multicolored forms. Yung mga deep into transcendence, ang dami nila nakikitang ganito. Yung mga magagaling, mga todo deep mag-meditate. Mga mystis, mga mystical yogi. Even yung mga nag-drugs, ang dami nila nakikitang unlimited. Tumatawid sila dun sa realm na meron sila. Pero, um, those are just material. Krishna is showing is varied divine form. Wonderful form, sabi ni Krishna, with different manifestations of Adityas, Vashus, Rudras, as Vinikumaras, and all other demigods. Meron 8,400,000 species of life sa buong creation. 400,000 nun, human forms. So kasama dun yung mga angels, different kinds of angels, different kinds of demons. So ito yung mga ibang klaseng mga parts na yon. Adityas, Vashus, Rudras. So yung mga kilala si Lord Shiva, mga yogis. Siya si Rudrak. Siya yung kings of Rudras. As Vinikumaras. So all the demigods, different demigods. Nakita rin lahat dun sa form ni Krishna. No one has ever seen or heard of this before. Even Arjuna. Hindi pa niya nakita. So lahat makikita mo in one spot na sa gitna ng battlefield. So Krishna is bending space. Yung buong universe, yung buong creation, sinisiksik niya, in-encapsule niya sa isang space na yun, small space na yun. Pero Arjuna was could see lahat in just sitting down in the chariot. And ito, hindi lang space yung binend ni Krishna, he could also bend. Sumasakit na yata yung ulo ni Riza dun sa topic natin. So, binibend din ni Krishna yung time. Past, present, and future. Pinakita ni Krishna kay Arjuna. Space and time, binend niya. Kahit si Einstein, di basta-basta na-gets to. He have some idea. And actually si Einstein nagbabasa siya ng Bhagavad Gita. Ang nakuha niya sa Vedic teachings yung the the how do you call it? I forgot the scientific name. Pero regarding space and time. So hindi siya makikita ng normal na tao. One should have a divine vision. So yan. Different kinds of demigods, different kinds of people, past, present, and future, all the space. Kaya universal form, siniksik ni Krishna. Pinakita niya kay Arjuna. So, balik dun sa kingdom, si Sanjay sa si Dhritarashtra nag-uusap. Ine-explain ni Sanjay ko ano yung nakita niya sa universal form. Unlimited, divine, wondrous, and brilliant forms. So may unlimited mouths, eyes, ornaments, weapons, garlands. Garlands is flower, mga threaded flowers na ginawang mga kwintas. Very, very opulent yan. By inconceivable potency of the Lord, Arjuna could see the unlimited sitting in one place. So more radiant than hundreds of thousands of suns. So imagine may araw, so tanghali, kung gaano kaliwanag. Multiply mo by hundreds and thousands yan. Kung gaano ka-illuminating yan. So, the sun is just energy coming from Krishna. Imagine, si Krishna yung nakikita mo in his universal form. Sitting in one place, nakikita niya all unlimited expansions of the universe, including planets of golds, jewels, and all other kinds. So, us, medyo cosmic na yung usapan, no? In this earth, we have a lot of soil. Tapos, we have some water, sea water sa ating ocean. May mga ibang places na mas maraming gold. Yung ocean nila made of milk. Sa Dhruva sa Polestar, ganun daw yun, ocean of milk. May ibang planets ang ocean nila na made of liquor. So, unlimited. And nakita nila lahat yun kay Krishna. So, yan. Others on the battlefield could not see, sabi, because Krishna gave the vision only to Arjuna. Pero si Arjuna becomes bewildered and astonished. So tumayo yung balahibo niya. Tapos yung nag-bow down si Arjuna. Tapos nag-pray siya with folded hands. So yan, picture si Arjuna was praying. Bewildered siya. Natakot din siya doon sa ni-request niya. Yung relationship nila in own reverence, naging napunta doon. Kung natandaan niyo yung topic natin with the 5 relationship, napunta siya uli doon sa own reverence. Na personal, parang nangyari kay Mother Yashoda, Supreme Personality of God, nakita niya sa Mount ni Krishna yung universe. So same nangyari kay Arjuna. So ayun yung description ni Sanjaya. So si Arjuna, describe niya rin kung ano yung nakikita niya. I can see all living entities at one place. Yung 8,400,000 species na nakita niya in one place. So nakita niya, Krishna is unlimited. See many, many arms, bellies, mouths, eyes, without any limit, with no end. Middle and beginning. Through him, everything could be seen. So hindi lang 4D yung vision niya. Lagpas-lagpas doon. Hindi lang 4 dimension nakikita niya. And Krishna is blazing like a sun. So immeasurable nga daw yung radiance. And Krishna is trying to describe kung ano yung nakikita niya na immeasurable. And he was saying, you are the Supreme Lord. So sa own reverence na siya uli. You are the Supreme Primal Object. Siya yung primeval. Lahat nagre-rest sa kanya, resting place of all the universe. Si Mother Yashoda nakita nga lang sa bibig, di ba? Inexhaustible, all this. Nakita niya because of the time. And maintainer of eternal religion. He could maintain everything. As he is maintaining everyone, even the animals in the forest, wala naman silang SNR, pero nabubuhay sila. Diba? They could get the freshest fruits sa forest. Maraming food. And sabi niya, the sun and the moon is your eyes. Are your eyes. Which is, si Krishna na sinabi niya rin yun. So, Surya, the sun, is Krishna's eye. Even the moon. So yan, ayun yung nagdadasal si Arjuna. Sabi niya, habang nakikita niya. Then lastly, in-explain pa uli ni Arjuna. So, tatlong description na to from Sanjay, Krishna, and Arjuna. Nag-further explain ba siya? Blazing fire coming forth from your mouth, burning the entire universe. So, ito yun. Kasi may blazing fire lumalabas. He is the source of destruction. Spread throughout the sky, planets, and all space. Tapos yung mga demigods nakikita ni Arjuna, nagdadasal kay Krishna. With all fear din sila. So yung rasa or yung relationship nag-change to fear. Kasi natakot siya, nakita niya yung, ano mo yun, beyond nung kaya niyang yung mga perception niya. Nakita niya rin na yung mga tao doon sa war na yon, in both sides of the armies, are getting into the mouths of Krishna. Naka-crush dun sa bibig. Yung iba nga daw doon, yung mga heads nila nagiging tinga. Napupunta sa in-between ng teeth. Natatrap doon. Lahat daw nag-march papunta sa mouth. And this form is killing all them. Even yung mga kamag-anak nila. The analogy was just like the waves of river flow into the ocean. Ganun kadami yung namamatay. True enough. Every day, marami namamatay. Hindi lang human beings, animals, insects, plants, lahat ng living entities. Sabi nga niya, you're the all-devouring. And Arjuna could see the future na they will win. They will be victorious. Yung victory na sa kanila. Kasi he could see the future. These people, yung mga kalaban niya, iba yung ibang kakampi niya, mamamatay na. Sabi nga,
All the past, present, and future, siniksik ni Krishna doon. So, iba't ibang angulo yung pwede makita ni Arjuna. Pero because of all this request ni Arjuna, nagulat din siya in fear. Tinanong niya bigla si Krishna. Out of fear, sabi niya, may dalawang question siya. Who are you? And what is your mission? Sabi ni Krishna sa kanya, Time, I am the destroyer of everything. He is Kala Rupa, or the form ni Krishna, universal form, and also the time, the destroyer of everything. In time, everything will be destroyed. Sino lang yung may control ng time na yun? Si Krishna. All people in the world, sabi dito, except the Pandavas. Nakita niya kasi, lahat namatay doon sa war na yun. Sa end of Mahabharat, or the end of the Battle of Kurukshetra, halos lahat namatay. Millions. I can't remember exact, pero sa history ng history na written meron dito sa material world, the Battle of Kurukshetra, the Bhagavad Gita, kung saan yung Bhagavad Gita na yun, and yung pinakamaraming namatay na soldier. Sabi nga may rivers of blood. Diba? Gano'n kadaming in-extinguish na mga demonic people doon. Pero tinira nila yung mga virtuous na mga leaders, such as the Pandavas. So, anong evidence paano tong time na to biglang nabibend? If meron kang long distance relationship, pag-ibig, exciting yung topic, ano? Valentine's na kasi. If may long distance relationship, kapag inaintay mo magkita kayo, mag-unite kayo, yung time sobrang tagal. Diba? Or, di mo ng long distance relationship, pag di lang kayo magkasama ng loved one mo ng ilang araw, sobrang tagal nun. Tapos pag magkasama kayo, once magkita kayo, sobrang bilis. So it will be different, nabibend yung time. If bago mag-exam or bago mag-deadline ng project mo sa work, ang bilis din ng oras. Di ba? Habang nandun ka na, tumatagal, takal matapos na ito. Nag-bend din yung time na yun. Ultimately, this time is just here in the material world. Nasusukat yung life ng tao based on time. Pero, sa spiritual world, everything is eternal. The soul is eternal. Hindi nga siya, wala nga siyang birth and death yung soul, tayo. The body have. Then, yung time na ini-spend natin dito sa material world, we don't know. But for sure, hindi lang to 80 years. We've been here for hundreds, thousands, or even millions of years, in millions of lifetimes. Napunta na tayo sa body ng babae, sa body ng lalaki, sa body ng mahirap, sa body ng mayaman. Baka naging king ka na rin dati. Naging president ka na rin dati. Naging Caucasian ka na, naging sobrang pogi mo na, or sobrang ganda mo na. Na-experience natin lahat yon. Naging animal ka na rin. Naging insects ka na rin. Dinaanan natin yung mga yon. Pero yung time na yon, pagbalik natin sa spiritual world, para lang siyang split of a second. One moment. Para nanaginip lang. Given that eternal time, tapos may kahit billions of years ka nito or trillions of years, sandaling-sandali lang yun sa eternal time. So we're there, we're desiring to go sa material world, having all that desire. Then we were sent here because of our desire. Pagbalik doon, pagising, parang nagising ka lang uli. Oh, I have this dream. That's time. That's eternality as well. Ganun nag-bend yung time. And si Krishna knows the past, present, and future. He have arranged everything for us. Pero, may mga choices tayo. We still have the free will. If we choose A, B, or letter C sa mga decision making mo, that's your free will. Pero naka-arrange na lahat yon. You will receive all your bad and good karma pa rin in A, B, or C yung pipiliin mo. Pwede madagdagan, pwede mabawasan, pero may free will. Si Krishna, never niya tinouch yung free will natin. So that free will, maliit na portion, minute free will nga doon, maliit lang. Pero could make a big difference. Just like um, one angle, 1 degree angle, ano ba to? Ano bang subject sa school yun? Trigo or geometry. Basta, yung 1% angle na yon, if you're going into one direction, mag-divert ka ng 1 degree na angle na yun. Habang tumatagal, palayo siya ng palayo. Same thing sa mga decision making natin. In in our life, and lifestyle natin sa araw-araw, you could choose. That's your free will, di ba? You could skip the class. You could skip the class ng morning class natin. You'll have different realizations sa buong araw. I'm not saying na hindi maganda or maganda, pero may difference. So yung future natin, very um, clear kung ano mangyayari. Apat lang naman yung mangyayari doon. It's either one will be born again, one will grow old, one will be sick, and one will die. Future, tatanda tayo, magkakaroon tayo ng sakit kasi yung body natin mag-wear and tear, and we will die. Then we'll be born again. So that's the future. Walang makapigil nun. Anong details? Depende sa situation. Are you gonna be, are you gonna die young? Are you gonna die old? Depends on the situation. Depends on the lifestyle now. Depends sa ginawa mo dati. And we know kung anong gagawin mo ngayon, that will be your future. Kasi yung meron tayo ngayon, ayun yung ginawa natin past life. So that's understanding yoga philosophy. Knowing the future. So ngayon, Radhacharan, ito na, tatanda ako, magkakasakit one day, or maybe not, maybe instant death. Ano dapat kong gawin? People are having, fear is knowing what will happen in the future and takot ka. People will have anxiety kasi hindi nila alam yung mangyayari. Unknown fear. Fear of the unknown. So having this knowledge, this spiritual knowledge, it is there. You could observe it everywhere. Diba? For sure, mas matanda yung parents mo sa'yo. And hindi mo mahabol ang age niya. Unless mag-pass away siya mas maaga, mahabol mo yun. Pero in different age pa rin siya. So that's the future. Ngayon, ano mangyayari ngayon? Paano maapektuhan yung presence natin? Yung present natin? Magbago yon, mag-a-adjust yon, depende sa consciousness natin. If you're living in the future, naghahabol ka sa future, you worry sa future, hindi mo na-experience yung moment na to. Laging future lang. If you're living in the past, hindi mo na na-experience yung future, yung present na to, kasi yung past lang yung, doon ka lang nabubuhay. The trauma, the um, depression because of the past, the heartaches. Paulit-ulit lang yung picture na nangyayari. Panaginipan pa and all. So, knowing all this, kung ano yung mga nangyayari, anong nangyayari na, living in the now, dapat wala ring delusion. We should live in the now, YOLO. Tapos you'll get intoxicated lang. Same. So living in now means you know what to do. Future, same thing. Birth, death, old age, and disease. Past, gano'n din nangyari. Tapos paulit-ulit lang yun. Living in the now means having the self-realization. Anong meron beyond this? Kasi paulit-ulit lang naman yung life. Cycle of birth and death. They call it samsara. Kaya uso yung mga mandalas na mga arts. It's samsara, the cycle of birth and death. Yung tattoo ni Mervin, mga mandala yan. Gawa ni Charles yan. He's my brother-in-law, yung mga artist ni Mervin. So, that's the um, time. Si Krishna, pinakita niya yun kay Arjuna. He knows everything. So, paano mo ililive yun now? Be Krishna conscious. If you're being Krishna conscious, pansinin mo pag nag-chant ka and you're in deep um, meditation, mawawala yung time. Yung mga nag-join every morning, 1.5 hour, minsan may mga nainip ka, ganito, naantok. Pero when you are really there, you're really there. You're not here anymore. Because kasama mo si Krishna spiritually, with a spiritual vibration. So, nilaro natin yung time ngayon, nilaro natin yung space, which is si Krishna lang yun. Siya naglalaro ng lahat. He is the destroyer of everything. He is the time. Easily, one will die. Si Krishna, Arjuna, nagdasal siya kay Krishna. So, Krishna, nakita ko na lahat sa'yo to. You're the all-powerful one. The ultimate rest of you are the ultimate and everything rests on you. You are the Supreme Father kasi sa Kanya lahat galing, spiritual and material. He falls to the ground and begs for mercy because in reverence siya, galing yung relationship. Tapos siya nag-request na ito. Siya na rin yung nag-request na, Krishna, pwede mo nang tanggalin to. I'm so fearful of this form of yours. Nag-request siya na makita yung four-handed form ni Krishna. This is unlimited forms, unlimited hands. Ni-request ni Arjuna na makita yung four-handed forms or the Vishnu form ni Krishna. Four hands. So, yung makikita mo yung mga demigods is also just like Vishnu's form. Yung maraming hands. Mostly, they have weapons or they have books. They have other things. Beads. Si Shiva, palagi siya may beads kasi he's chanting Krishna's name. But Vishnu have the chakra, the club. That's for the demons. Chakra, pampugot niya ng ulo. Tapos, sa isang hand niya, andun yung lotus flower sa concha. Pang-gift niya sa devotees niyon. That is his purpose. Tanggalin yung demoniac qualities ng tao and mismo ng demons. And to nourish yung mga devotees in Krishna consciousness. So may purpose yung four-handed form na yun. So tinanggal ni Krishna yung universal form niya. Pinakita niya yung four-armed form niya kay Arjuna. After makita ni Arjuna yung four-armed form, it just means na even Vishnu came from him. Philosophically, and even yung form na yun, pinakita ni Krishna. Clearly, after nung four-armed form na yun, pinakita ni Krishna yung two-armed, dalawang arm na form ni Krishna. So, ayun yung letter A natin do sa Rupa. The armed form. This is Krishna playing the flute. He's just sinenerate lang yung, yung mga devotees. Kaya patugtog lang niya yung flute niya. He's relishing, enjoying. Not just the other forms na may mga mission sila na patay yung demons or i-save yung ganito. No, Krishna. Kaya manasabi mo siya yung Supreme Personality of Godhead. You have his flute with him. Only pure devotees see Krishna's two-hand form, two-arm form. Krishna can be revealed only by pure devotional service. You can understand Krishna, his personally, by Bhakti Yoga. Because that's what we are doing. We're trying to know him personally. So how sweet kung paano si Krishna sa kanyang mga devotees. Ayaw niya again ng Owen reverence. Ayaw niya rin yun. And this universal form, pinapakita lang niya to, ginagamit niya lang niya to in material world. In the spiritual world, this is Krishna, his original form. He doesn't need to prove anything na nakakatakot siya. He doesn't need to prove na siya yung powerful. Mas gusto niya yung sweetness and loving relationship niya sa devotees. And not everyone could realize this. Marami nakakita ng picture na to. Diba? You can see this everywhere. Pero to realize this, they will just see, oh. So by Krishna's mercy and this knowledge, by the mercy of the devotees, the knowledge was being passed down and we are receiving this. We are understanding Krishna much more and his original form and yung original relationship natin sa kanya. So whatever that we did in our past, kahit matagal mo nakalimutan si Krishna, it is just a fraction of a second sa relationship natin sa kanya. You just have to awaken yung love, natural love na yun. So mabilis na ma-awaken yun by the process of Bhakti Yoga and chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this is Rupa. Si Arjuna nag-request ng universal form. Bakit? To establish Krishna's divinity and supremacy, to avoid also imposters. So lahat na nagpapanggap, nasa universal form mo. May establish yung scriptures. Lahat ng incarnation ni Krishna, may universal form din pinakita. Even Lord Chaitanya, 500 years ago. Nagkapakita sila nito. Even Lord Ram. The rest, no? And si Arjuna nag-pray. Si Arjuna first, tinanong pala niya si Krishna, who are you? What is your purpose? Sabi ni Krishna, I am time. Time I am the destroyer of everything. So, kinukonvince si Arjuna, di ba, to fight? Krishna, sabi niya, siya yung ultimate arranger ng lahat, supreme controller. Even time. I've killed them all already. Arjuna, gagawin mo na lang yung duty mo. Na maging instrument mo. Either way, kung di mo sila patayin in this war, they will all die as well. And nag-pray si Arjuna, please, pwede mo tanggalin na tong form na to? Pwede ba makita yung four-arm form mo? Kasi I'm very fearful of this. Then, binalik ni Krishna yung form niya. Pinakita niya yung four-arm form niya. Then, yung two-arm form niya with the flute. So, only devotees, pure devotees could realize this. How sweet Krishna is. So, inhale. Is it too much ba? Yung buong universe, saka yung buong time, siniksik natin sa 45 minutes, no? So, ganun lang kasi si Krishna. You will appreciate the sweetness pag nakita mo yung greatness niya. So, 5 minutes lang tong chapter 12. Pero sobrang importante na ito. 10.2 session natin, Essence of the Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 12, Devotional Service. Ang ating acronym is God. So, Arjuna is so convinced na. Alam na niya. Alam niya yung gagawin niya rin. It was just for the sake of discussion para matuto siya at matuto tayo lahat. Kaya nagkatanong pa rin si Arjuna in their conversation. Letter G natin is Godhead. Again, personalists versus impersonalists. Those personalists could go directly and know personally si Krishna. Kasi yun yung practice nila personalist. Ano yung activities nila? He engaged himself with all energy, in service of the Supreme. Kung ano meron din siya materially, ginagamit niya yun. Hindi siya nag-escape. Because alam niya, diba? Hindi porket yogi ako dapat di ako nagagamit ng technology. Yogi ako dapat di ako nanonood ng TV or nagagamit ng laptop. Diba? Depende kung paano mo gagamitin. Just like a knife. A knife can cut the bread and give the pieces to your family, your loved one, and also the knife could be used in crimes. Yan. So, iba-iba siya ng purpose. Depende mo paano mo gagamitin. That's how important it is. And impersonalists, they just worship material energies ni Krishna, specifically the light. Ayaw nila ng emotions, ayaw nila ng responsibilities. They just want to escape. Anong result? If you meditate on impersonal energy of Krishna, wala. You'll feel empty. Kasi that's your meditation. To remove all this emotion. Hindi mo rin ma-feel yung love kay Krishna. Kasi that's your meditation. Pag namatay ka, you'll not go to Krishna. Kasi that's your, ano mo yun, goal nila. So imagine mo, nasa isang room ka, puro ilaw lang. Diba? Sabi nila, love and light. Or sabi na, let's go to the light. Nasa ilaw lang sila. Ayun yung goal nila, light lang. So, sabihin mo sa akin, kung ilang oras tatagal yung mood mo habang nandun ka lang sa room na puro ilaw lang. Wala ka nakikita alos. Just looking at the light, puti lang. Gano'n kaliwanag si Krishna eh. Di ba description nga kanina, thousands of sun and moon. Yeah. So, ganun yung goal, no? Mga person na who wants to be in the light. Pero after some time, they will go back sa material world. Looking forward na mapunta sila sa path of bhakti. Maybe some of us, ganun yung path natin previous lives. So, nasa path of bhakti na tayo. Maybe some of us also, di natin dinaanan yung mga yon. Kaya nasa elevator tayo ngayon. Pero either way, the goal is bhakti. So, bhakti yoga versus jnana yoga. Jnana is knowledge. One could study all the Vedas, sabi nga nila, to read and superficially study all the Vedas, it will take you 35 years. Ganun karami yung libro sa scriptures. Libro pa lang sa Ayurveda, sa medicine, libro sa arts, libro sa cosmology. To study them, it will take you 35 years. But the essence of it is this Bhagavad Gita. Knowing the relationship to Krishna. Same goal, papunta kay Krishna yon. Mas matagal na lang yung Jnana Yoga. Kasi very troublesome. Because of the mind. The mind is troublesome. Even one is studying Krishna, just studying without doing devotional service, what could not do? So, marami naka-experience dito, even yung, lalo na yung mga first saka second batch, yung mga nadi-discuss natin, pag na-apply nila sa buhay nila, experience nila, mas grabe yung realization. Yung pag-usapan natin time, we're not the body, I'm the spirit soul, easier said than done. Pero pag nag-experience na natin yan, kakaiba. So, nagiging realized knowledge siya. And mangyayari yun kapag we're doing the action. Ano yung action with this knowledge? This is devotional service or bhakti yoga. So, process of bhakti yoga is direct. Directly kay Krishna yun. It's a process of being in direct service with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, bhakti yoga accepts the deity of Krishna as worshipable because there is some bodily conception fixed in the mind, which can thus be applied. So, may mga deities, or yung makikita natin sa altar, may form si Krishna. This is not idol worship. Idol worship is inimbento ng tao. Deity worship is form ni Krishna kung paano niya rin sinabi. Ano itsura niya, paano din siya i-worship. Di-discuss natin further yung difference ng idol worship sa deity worship. Bakit may ganito? For our senses to serve Krishna directly then. That's one form. Nakikita natin siya, we could touch, the service could be there. Kasi our senses are looking for that. Unless we're that pure that we could imagine, we could not imagine, we could vision Krishna everywhere. Pero if not, on the starting part, we need pictures of Krishna just like the paintings, the deities, for us to realize Krishna much more. So back to yoga is directly serving Krishna. So may comparison ng chart na to. I'll forward this to you all. Yan. So sobrang importante kasi you would see very troublesome yung isa kasi walang relationship with Krishna. They will just read and read and read pero walang relationship. The relationship will start kapag may service. Kapag may gusto ka ligawan, tas ini-stalk mo lang siya sa Facebook, wala pa kayong relationship. Tinitignan mo lang mga previous memories niya. Hindi ka nagpapakilala, hindi ka alam mo yun, gets mo? Ganun yung Jnana Yoga. They're studying about Krishna. Pero walang relationship. Nagtitingin ka lang, nag-stalk ka lang sa, search, ginugoogle mo lang siya. But otherwise, yung mga personalists, they want to get to know Krishna much more. So, makikita niyo to, i-send ko sa inyo mamaya. So, that's Godhead. Devotional service is simple and easy because Krishna personally delivers his devotees. Direct. These are the options, iba-ibang level ng pagkakalala kay Krishna. You know Him personally, you're fixed in mind kay Krishna. Some could follow yung sadhana bhakti, which is yung ginagawa natin. It is the process para mas maging fixed yung mind natin kay Krishna. Tinuturuan natin yung mind natin, yung habit natin, binibuild natin, yung old habits natin, binabago natin, yung mga bad habits. So that's sadhana bhakti, regular practice. If hindi pa magawa yun, you work for Krishna. Yung energies mo help someone could be to be Krishna conscious. Yung iba nag-donate sila para mag-spread yung this kind of love, matulungan yung Food for Life, or yung mga libro to be spread. So, different levels. Pero, ultimately, the goal, pupuntahan pa rin nila is to be fixed in Krishna. Kasi if one make a step, isang step lang closer kay Krishna, Krishna will arrange sa paligid na mas makilala mo siya. Either way. Marami dito nakilala si Krishna. May tito sila na may nakuwang libro about kay Krishna. Nakapag-search sila about kay Krishna. Narinig nila somewhere else. Madaming part. Ngayon, we're doing the sadhana bhakti. We're trying to know Krishna by doing sadhana. So, yan. Ano yung qualification? I'll extend ng ng 3 minutes. Ano yung disposition ni Krishna, ng devotees kay Krishna? Ito yung attitudes ng mga attitude ng devotee. Meron siyang nirmana. Zoom ka para makita niya. Nirmama means free from sense of proprietorship. He doesn't think na ako may-ari ng lahat. He knows si Krishna may-ari ng lahat. Diba? We can be the caretaker. That's different. So the pressure will not be there as well. The way of thinking will be different as well. Free from false ego. False ego means he is the body, I am the body. I am the success, I am the name, I am the fame. That's the false ego. The real ego is knowing that I am not this body, I am the spirit soul. So dealing with other living entities, ano yung attitude ng isang devotee? He's non-envious. Hindi siya competitive. Pero encouraging siya. Ini-encourage niya lalo yung mga other entities to be closer kay Krishna. Ayan. Always free from contamination, contaminating association. He knows kung sino yung nasa paligid niya. Just like to be friends with the happy and respect from a distance na diniscuss natin last time. Silent, he is silent. Doesn't mean na di siya nagkasalita. It means na is refraining from nonsense talk. Diniscuss natin yung Vachovegam. The mouth have to function to eat, this taste. This part will be the sense of taste. Ito lang yon. And to speak. You will know a person kapag nagsalita na siya. So, ano yung consciousness ng isang tao? Depende sa naman ng sinasabi niya. You would see people na Filipinos, addict na addict sa basketball. Kahit sa barangay ka pumunta, may basketball court. Di ba? Lahat ng project ng barangay, basketball court na lang. Di ba? Kahit lupa pa yan, kahit damuhan pa yan, gagawa sila ng para magka-basketball. Ayun yung consciousness ng mga Pinoy. Tapos sobrang addict nila sa basketball. Kahit nasa grocery kami, makikita kang bata na mag-shoot bigla. Oh, saan yung court dito? Nasa mind nila palagi mag-basketball. So, imagine if yung ganung passion nila, si Krishna yung inisip nila palagi. Doon na pubuwas yung energy. So, same thing yun. Kung ano yung consciousness mo, yung lalabas sa bibig mo. Garbage in, garbage out. So, he's silent of all this hindi naman ganun mahalagang kailangang sabihin. And sometimes, yung mga words pa talaga yung mas masakit maka-hurt ng ibang tao. It's either one glorifies yung mga qualities ng ibang tao compare sa hinahanap lang niya yung mali. Kung naalala niyo yung fly, saka yung bee, ano yung nakikita niya, saka ano yung pupuntahan niya. Namamagnify niya yung nectar or nagmamagnify niya yung basura. So, minsan, yung mind natin hindi pa ganun, hindi tayo pure. Minsan galit tayo mag-isip, bakit pa ganito? Pero pag lumabas na sa bibig mo yon, it's a different story. So, we could control dapat kung ano yung lumalabas sa bibig natin. Much better if we always speak about Krishna. You can chant instead of just nonsense talk or chismis. Get your beads. Chant your rounds. So yan, yung reaction niya rin sa mga tao, sa mga nangyayari sa paligid niya, he's satisfied. He knows Krishna is doing, he's the supreme controller. Pero hindi siya tatakas sa responsibilities. Gagawin pa rin niya yung best effort niya with love and devotion para kay Krishna. But he knows kung ano mangyari sa paligid, it's Krishna's arrangement. Wala yung fiction na, alam mo yung mga nasa movie na si God makikipaglaban sa devil tapos minsan natatalo siya. Tapos yung mga godly persons tutulungan si God para kalabanin yung devil. Hindi ganun yun. Di ba? Hindi siya God kung kaya siya talunin ng devil. So, makes sense. Di ba? Kaya nga siya God eh. Siyempre, yung mga nasa hellish planet, yung nagbibigay ng parusa dun sa dapat parusahan based on the karma nila, those are devotees of Krishna as well. That's their duty for people to learn. So, dealing with the Lord, di ba, may nag-deal na sa sarili niya, nag-deal din sa others. Anong attitude ng isang devotee kay Krishna? He's very determined. Maraming pwede mangyari sa buhay niya, especially in spiritual life. Maraming challenges na dadating. But he's very determined. Deeper word for this is resolute. All the dualities will come, pero resolute siya in purpose, in spiritual life. Kaya kahit even Catholic saints, di ba? Some I remember, nag-aral ako sa San Lorenzo. Ang story ng San Lorenzo, halos lahat naman ng saints, they were being tortured. Hindi nawawala yung faith nila kay God. Pero it was just the details. Madalas yung mga ganun. Other God, other name lang. Pero anyway, yung determination nila kahit anong mangyari sa buhay nila. He's always Krishna conscious. Yan. So yung mind intelligence niya engaged kay Krishna and he engaged in devotional service. Ayun yung love niya, love language niya kay Krishna. So ayun yung disposition ng isang devotee, yung letter D natin sa God. These qualities endears one to Krishna. Magiging very dear sila kay Krishna. Kaya my pure devotee always dwells in me. Sabi ni Krishna. Ito yung gusto natin i-develop. The qualities of a pure devotee. Kasi, sinabi ni Krishna, spoon feeding yung manliligaw. Ito yung magiging, para mag-endear ka sa akin. Ito yun. Dearest of all is one who makes Krishna as the goal of his life. And yung goal ni Krishna rin is yung devotees niya. That is Godhead. Godhead si Krishna. We're practicing personal relationship sa Kanya. We're personalists. We don't just talk about light. Hindi ko alam kung paano magkaroon ng 5 weeks course talking about light or nothingness. May meme ako nakita, meditation, how to meditate on nothingness. Tapos pagbukas mo ng libro, walang naman. Nothingness nga eh. Tawa-tawa sa mga meme talaga. Anyway, yung options natin may mga iba-ibang stages tayo. Gradually we will go there. Pero we have to be determined and move forward. Dire-diretso tayo. And devotee's disposition, very dear kay Krishna if one is always making his life's goal is Krishna. Bago tayo mag-picture taking, assignment para sa mga right-brainer natin dito. Make an art on the universal form. Drawing man yan, poetry man yan, gawa ka ng kanta. Hindi ko alam kung paano ako gagawa ng drama. Basta make an art. Dito ako tuntua, ang daming lumalabas na mga artist pala. Everyone is an artist. Yung arts ginagamit para i-please si Krishna. Everyone is an artist. Di ko alam kung sino dito yung, baka meron, pero yung bata tayo, the first na ginawa natin with our pencil sa paper, we drew something. Diba? Hindi ko naman nagsulat ng numbers doon na ng formula. Cosine, nag-try ko or nag-scientific calculator ka doon. So, exciting yan. Good luck. Diba? Make a food plate kay Krishna. Madami. Basta make an art. Ano ba itong pinasok kong course na to? So, picture tayo, everyone. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock, there will be a class with His Holiness Giridhari Swami Guru Maharaj. If you want to join, same channel, 8 o'clock yon. And 8 to 9, 11 o'clock, I will be giving a Bhagavad Gita class, 11 to 12. Then 7 p.m. will be a podcast. So, sama kayo kasi ang usapan tomorrow topic will be how one started their spiritual life and yung mga realizations in life. So, it is an interactive podcast. Yung mga kasama sa Zoom, they could sometimes speak or ask questions or share something. So, picture tayo, everyone. So, kita tayo bukas pala. Count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Isa pa, 1, 2, 3. One more, 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. Please, please, please finish your rounds. Read the books. Be Krishna conscious today, even tomorrow, and every day. Yan. I'll be going to Manila in a while. So if you, alam ko may bakanting oras ako. Let me know if you want to catch up. I'll be meeting some students then. Yan. Maraming salamat. If you have some questions, you can remain. Pero if we're gonna do something else na kailangan nyo ng magpaka-nanay, magpaka-mom, or magka-tatay dyan. Pakainin yung mga alaga nyo. Please do so. Don't make me an excuse para magutom lahat. Maraming salamat. Doble ingat palagi. Riza, Hare Krishna, Charles, Chantal, Hare Krishna, Rule Prabhu, Kidi, Hare Krishna, friends, Ben, Ali, Ron Prabhu, Jonah, Pascual, Patricia, Hare Krishna. Jonah, we have to reschedule the meeting next week kasi punta ako Manila today.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare
Bye-bye.
Krishna, ating mga Radha Yoga. Yan, yan. Join kayo sa class niya pala sa Friday. Yan. Tingnan natin kung may question sila sa universal form. Kung mahilig ka sa music, pag nakita mo yung album ni Jimi Hendrix, ginamit niya yung universal form na yun. Ginamit niya yung sobrang false ego ni Jimi Hendrix. Feeling niya siya si Krishna. Nilagay niya yung um, sarili niya dun sa gitna ng universal form. Actually, na-banned yung album na yun. Kasi disrespectful nga. Although, nung bata si Jimi Hendrix, marami siya naging friend na devotee. Hippie times. Laging ganun. Yung mga kasama niya mag-drugs nung dati, bigla naging devotee. Halos lahat, ano nga ba yung The Grateful Dead, lagi kasama nila yung mga devotees na yun. Of course, Beatles. Yan. Tawa tuloy si Ron. Masarap, masarap basahin yung mga stories ng mga hippies na naging Hare Krishna. Actually, yung iba sa kanila sobrang completely changed. Iba sa kanila guru na. Dati mga hippie sila. Kasi they were looking for something. Diba? Madalas sa kanila mayayaman talaga, mga billionaires yung mga parents. Pero they're looking for something. They're looking for a guru. They're looking for spirituality. Diba? They're looking some spirituality gamit sa drugs. Pero it's not cheap. Makikita mo na sa drugs is kulay, shapes, trippy, and what so. Diba? Marirelease lang nila yung kung ano ng bagay. Sometimes yung marirelease nila doon, wala pa sa isang page ng libro ni Srila Prabhupada sa discussion natin. Very trippy kaya pinag-usapan natin. Time, space. Try mo kausapin yung mga kasama mo dyan sa bahay. Sabihin sa'yo nag-drugs ka na. Sabihin nito ni Francesca. Lakas tama. So sana nag-enjoy kasi sa course natin kasi malakas talaga tama natin. We're staying high forever. Walang mabaan to. As we are always with Krishna. Staying high is beyond nung normal na nakita natin na material life. We could see different things now. Even problems actually. Some of the student, wala siya ngayon eh. Pero lagi kami mag-uusap din. Yung mga problems na dumadating, mas iba niya nakikita ngayon. Hindi na siya nadadala doon. Kaya niya mag-zoom out with the clarity, with this decision making. Mas madali niya makita. Even business, kung paano mo gagawin yung business mo, bakit kailangan mo ng money, different na siya ngayon. Kasi you will use that for spirituality, for devotional service. Not just to enjoy your senses. Even relationship, magbabago. Even yung tingin mo sa anak mo, you will not be the owner of your son. Sakayin ka lang galing. Hindi mo ba alam, dinala kita ng 9 na buwan? Nanay. Sarili kong dugo sa kalaman ng mga linya ng mga, huwag kayo ganun. So, they are gifts of from Krishna, or yung mga anak. Our duty is to make them, to facilitate them na maging Krishna conscious din, maging spiritual na tao din. We cannot control their decision making, pero we could give the facility. And the best example to be the parent, hindi kung paano mo sinabi sa anak mo. And even yung as a leader in a company or in the family, the best leadership is doing that example or teaching by example. And hindi pataasan ng ego yon leadership. It's servant leadership. In the scriptures, sobrang grabe yung leadership learnings kasi they are the saintly kings. The best leader is, grabe yung stability niya spiritually. If we have that stability spiritually, fix tayo kay Krishna, kahit anong dumating sa atin, all the battles you will win. So maraming salamat. Face your own battles, internally, externally. Pero wag mo kakalimutan kung sino dapat yung sa side mo. We always choose Krishna, not just his energies, the money, and the facilities. Once you have Krishna with you, sure win. So, number one Wi-Fi connection mo kay Krishna is your Japamala. So, chant kayo ngayon. Si Charles, ilang na-chant mo na ngayong araw? Kasama to kaninang buong umaga. Araw-araw. Wala sa absent. Nakakatuwa. So, araw-araw yung kanilang ginagawa yon. Um, please chant your rounds. Let me know some realizations sa ilang rounds yung chant niyo. And read. Don't forget to read. That's your recharge. If you have the knowledge, that's the foundation. Kung may dumadating sa ating mga bagay, teka lang, ito yung diniscuss namin, ito yung nabasa ko. We have that knowledge, mas maharap natin. Masyado akong attached dito sa nangyayari na to. I have to be detached para masosolusyonan ko. So, ganun, mag-iba yung takbo ng isip natin. We will be from hippies to happies. So, chant and be happy. Maraming salamat. And you can share Krishna to others by our actions. High five, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Ron Prabhu.